Bella Salon and Day Spa, located at 41 West Main Street in Northeast Pennsylvania, proudly supports Chautauqua Sunrise and its volunteers. More information at bellasalonanddayspa.net. Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. We have one of our famous returnee groups today that you'll be seeing and hearing just in a little while. I'm not going to introduce them quite yet, but this is their second annual visit, and hopefully we're going to make it for many, many, many more annual visits. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy Holidays and all that good stuff. Glad you could join us here today on Access Chautauqua. I want to say good morning to everyone that's joining us, and if you can't finish watching the show, remember it's also rebroadcast at 2 and 8 every day right here on 1301. Also want to say good afternoon to our listeners on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people, and Jamestown at the Reg and Dennis Drew and Company. So thanks for having us. We appreciate you rebroadcasting our soundtrack, and the folks today that are going to be performing, they're going to be listening to themselves on their iPhones, because I never mentioned this, I forget to mention this, but if you do have a phone that you can do this to, you can download the app for WRFA and you can listen to me every week at Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Or you can watch, or listen to all the other great programs that they have there. So do check it out. Okay, last week, if you remember, we had the Northern Chautauqua Catholic School Chorus here, and this is going to be another musical show. I'm really excited. I'm stoked. I love having musicians on the show and singers. So I'm giving you a little hint. It's going to be a holiday cheer, and you're going to feel really good watching the show today. Okay, just a few other things I want to share with you is that this is a call-in show. We are live. And if you have a message for my guests or a question, or you want to just wish everybody Merry Christmas, whatever, give us a call at 753-5225. And some very kind person will pick up the phone and take your call. And don't be shy, because they're going to put you right on the air and we're going to talk to you live. All right. I want to wish everybody happy winter solstice. We're like one day into the winter season, And it came on at 5:23 yesterday afternoon, as my brother pointed out to me, because I wished him happy winter yesterday morning, and I was like 6 hours early. So it officially came in actually late yesterday afternoon. And the good news is the days are getting longer again already. So we're over hump year, or whatever we want to call it. And that's it's almost hard to believe how fast the days get longer and then shorter and everything else. Okay, a couple quick things that I want to mention, and we do have some announcements. If you're traveling this morning, please be very careful for black ice. I noticed that there's a little sheen on some of the roads out there, so if you are leaving to go somewhere like Christmas shopping, the roads could be a little slick, especially on the back roads. The main roads seem to be treated well and cleared, but some of the back roads have a little bit of snow, and because it was right on the edge, like here in Mayville's 29 back in Ripley down on 20, it was 32, so it's like right on the cusp of doing something and freezing. Also, I got a message yesterday, just by way of information, and we should do this, guys, my crew, we should do this. No, think about it, just think about it. Over at the Northwest Arena, the ice rink, guess what they're having starting the 26th? They are going to have bumper car ice rink bumper cars. Somehow or another, you get out on the ice rink. Yeah, Justin likes it. I could tell he's already into it. Think about that just for a minute. Just think of all the fun we'd have with your dad bouncing them off the walls and things like that. All right. Anyways, so starting the 26th, it's going to be open to the Granny. You're welcome, Randy. They're going to have open fun for families, I guess, when they're not having other events there. So keep your eye open for that. I had a personal invitation to go down actually on Monday to check it out, but I passed. Okay, we have a few announcements, and then we're going to get to our guests that are waiting very anxiously to come on. So let me put on my specs here. Oh, first one, Infinity, imagine that. Okay, we're going to start right out with a slide, and I'm going to read this, and we've been talking about this a little bit. Infinity seeks artists for 5th annual art market and auction. Okay. They're inviting local artists to participate in their 5th annual market and auction. This event supports area artists by giving them a market to showcase and sell their arts, all the while raising funds to support youth, music, and art instruction at the Infinity Visual and Performing Arts Center. The fundraiser, which is held at the Infinity Arts Cafe, will take place on Saturday, March 9th. Now, I know it's a little ways away, we're talking about Christmas, but this is one of those mark your calendar. Now, this is in part is coming up now as far as dates. Infinity Art Market and Auction features an art market filled with no, I didn't read this. Locally crafted items to help showcase local artists, followed by an auction of locally crafted pieces to raise funds for programming at the Infinity Center. More than 20 artists participate each year, and the event seems to grow and grow and grow. Online registration for interested artists can be found at, this is all one word, infinityperformingarts.org. Area artists who wish to participate in the art market should complete their registration forms before January 15. That's only a couple weeks away, believe it or not. For more information, give them a call at 664-0991, 664-0991, and ask for Mariah Melendi, or you can email her at mariah@infinityperformingarts.org. And I know some photographers that might want to put their work in there, Randall and Jeff. We have some wonderful photographers here, and a lot of the artwork that you see behind me and my guest today were all done by the right here at the crew. All right, Ken Harley, Rolling Hills Radio, December 30th at Shawbucks in downtown Jamestown, will present a dynamic, energetic, 5-piece old-timey band called Folk Faces and singer-songwriter Maria Gillard. Or Gillard, I'm not sure how to say that. Buffalo-based quartet that specializes in rowdy, jazz, and bluesy roots, Folk Faces has an irresistibly danceable energy and a unique versatility, being able to engage a crowd whether busking on the street, playing a small bar room, or putting on a full electric show at a large music venue. The band draws influence from a multitude of genres, including folk, jazz, blues, punk, Americana, jug band, and bluegrass. Then Mariah Gillard has a compelling voice which draws you into her lyrics, which, when combined with memorable melodies, they head straight for the heart. Mariah's songs offer wise, humorous, and sometimes painful observations on life and relationships. She tells stories through her music in ways that are soul-stirring. I have to meet who writes these. These are pretty well written, these announcements. Her songs are evocative, contagious, lively, and energizing. When you listen to Mariah's songs, you feel her heartache and her more often joy and delight at life's experience. She has a warm, inviting, natural flair which leaves audiences wanting more and coming back. After that introduction, why wouldn't you go? Wow. All the Rolling Hills radio shows are at Starbucks, and the doors open at 5:30. Food and drinks are available until 6:15. Then the show starts at 6:30. There is a 10-minute intermission, and as I always say, the best part of the show sometimes is the meet and greet afterwards, because you can get to shake hands, talk with some of these, in some cases, internationally famous artists and singers. So it's a really cool thing. Tickets are only $15. Where can you go for a show for $15 nowadays? If you're interested in tickets, 294-0416, 294-0416. And again, that's on December 30th. And then the 18th annual CASIC poster contest, called The Choices You Make Are What Make You, is the theme for the 2019 poster contest, sponsored by the Chautauqua Alcohol and Substance Abuse Council, also known as CASIC. All Chautauqua County students in grades 3 through 12 are invited to participate in the contest and design a poster that expresses this theme. Details about the contest were mailed to all county schools, and you can check in with your counselor or your principal for that. The purpose of the contest is to bring awareness to the issues surrounding underage drinking, and posters should contain a clear, no-use message about underage drinking. CASIC encourages students to use a positive message. For example, the benefits of being alcohol-free or alternatives to underage drinking. While designing a poster, students will be encouraged to think about the many consequences underage drinking has. This includes physical, mental, and legal consequences. There's various categories, there are various cash prizes, and just hang on real quick, and I want to see what the deadlines are on this. Okay, once again, this is a mark your calendar, but all posters have to be submitted by March 8th, 2019, and we'll talk more about this as we go along and add more information from time to time. Okay, so folks, we have a special show today. But before we do that, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. I'm Doc Hamels, and we have a lot of folks in the studio today. We have parents and friends and family members. We have singers. We have a guitarist, and we have Kate Rinko back. Kate, there's something exactly in the way of your face. So we're going to ask Justin to come out here and move that for us here in a second. So, magic! You guys are cool. See how that happens?
That worked out really well.
Okay, this is we're going to call this our second annual holiday program here with Infinity.
Absolutely.
So glad you could return, and we scheduled this a year ago, as I recall. We just said, do it again.
Yeah, I think right after the last show, we were like, let's do it. So.
Okay, so we'll decide if we want to come back again next year.
Right after today, I guess.
Okay. We have one returnee. And we have an instructor here who's going to join their student and so on. But before we do all that, I just could tell this crew that's sitting off to the side, just relax a little bit, because we're going to talk a little bit about programs, and then we're going to get to you, okay? So, Kate, you are the program coordinator at Infinity?
Yes.
What exactly does that mean?
I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of group class programming, so we run about 25 different group classes that we offer to our students.
Did you say 25?
Yes.
Is that grown? That seems like a lot.
Yeah, we just keep expanding and trying new things and listening to what our kids want. So every time we're changing, but I do a lot of that coordination, camp coordination. I'm also an instructor.
What do you instruct?
I do Infinite Exploration, which is a really cool program at Infinity. It's for students of all ages, but primarily younger kids that don't really know what they want to do. So they get that private one-on-one lesson with that mentorship that we offer with those, but they get to try everything.
Wow.
So I do dance, ukulele, guitar, bass guitar, hand drum, drum set, pretty much anything that you want to try, you can try it.
Wow, that's terrific. And all kidding aside, many times when we've had folks like you, and I've had Shane on the show and others, I've always said this: if many of us, when we were growing up, had an Infinity, Eric Clapton would be out of a job. I mean, many of the folks that are performing today, we had to learn on our own, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Infinity is such a gift to the community, and you don't have to say it. I'm saying it. I know that. To know that the kids can go and explore their interests, their arts, and you know what? Sometimes you can go and you find out you don't want to play a guitar. You'd rather be an actor, or you might say, I am way too shy for the theater, but I would prefer being a stage manager, or all different facets, right?
Right, exactly. And that's the really cool thing about Infinity is nothing is set in stone. Even if you're signed up for a private lesson, you still can change that and try different things regardless of what's going on. So it's really a great place to find your niche.
Now, how long has Infinity been around? It's been around for a while.
We just celebrated our 20th birthday in November.
Wow.
So 20 years. Started with 7 students and has grown to, I think we have like 1,300 students now. We work with
1,300.
Let's rephrase that. We have like 400 on site, and then we work outside in schools. We do after school programs.
I didn't know that.
So like for instance, every Thursday I was going to Lincoln School to do creative movement, and there's 4 or 5 other instructors that go out to different schools in the area that work with those kids as well. So we work with a lot of students in the area.
That is terrific. So it's like an outreach program.
Yes, yes.
And one of the things that I always ask, and see if the answer is still the same, I'm assuming it is, it doesn't matter where you live, right?
Nope, does not matter. You can be from anywhere. We have a couple kids that come from Cattaraugus County, a couple kids that come from Fredonia, mainly our area, but you can.
Pennsylvania,
yep,
across the border.
we've had some Erie kids. Yeah, Warren.
That's terrific. So, what are the main areas that you introduce students to? I mean, you listed instruments and things like that you do, but what are the major groupings?
Right, so we have 5 different areas of instruction. We do music, art, dance, theater, and literature. And we offer private and group classes in all of those areas. We'd like to call them our 5 pillars of Infinity.
All right, music I get, art I get, dance I understand, theater I'm very well aware of. But what would be literature?
Literature, we've offered creative writing in the past, and then we had. They have recently ended, but the Pulse Poetry Slams were at Infinity. So literature is kind of our...
I laugh because I was talking about this earlier. The crew knows what I'm talking about. Whoever writes that puts all P's in there, and I have to say that on Saturday mornings. I sound like Porky Pig.
You like
it's a challenge.
alliteration.
Alliteration is unbelievable. So
our top 4, I would say, literature is one of the lower ones, but we still offer, if there's students interested in it, we will offer what we have.
So there's really something for everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, sometimes when we're talking about some of the visual arts, it could be photography, painting,
video,
sculpting.
We do offer. We have an instructor that sculpts with her students. So
now, during the summer months here in Chautauqua Sunrise, we do a lot of announcing of your summer camp programs. So this isn't where you're out in the woods pitching tents. This is a different kind of a camp.
Yes, we offer 4 different camps, music and art based, but we'll have a cultural world tour where we visit 5 different countries and explore them through music, art, dance, and theater. We do a sci-fi galaxy art camp where we can explore, that type of art and be a little more creative. Center Stage Academy, which is a theater camp. Students learn and they just go really hard and put on a play at the end of a week.
Wow.
Learn their lines, learn their music, their choreography, everything in a week. And that's with Adam Owens. And then the other one is just a general music and arts introduction camp.
All right, I'm giving everybody a warning that's watching and listening, okay? I think it's January 5th is my first show of the year. Adam Owen is going to be on my show.
Is he?
Yes. Adam and I go way back, and so I can't wait because I've never had him on here to interview before.
Oh,
and
he's a
is
riot.
Fabulous guy. So
He sure is.
you guys worked with Adam at all? And survived. He's so much fun. And talk about high energy in the morning. I can't wait. This place is going to be blowing up. I can't, yeah. So anyway, so that's great. All right. Well, we've been talking a little bit here, and we have 4 students from Infinity, and we're going to introduce them one at a time.
Sure.
And then they're going to perform for us.
Absolutely.
So let's make sure, Jeff, are we queued up and ready with the music? I'm assuming yes. So why don't you introduce our, okay, well, we're going to do some introductions and they're going to let me know when they got the music ready, okay? So why don't you introduce our first student?
All right, so our first student is Hannah Swan-Luce, and she'll be performing with her instructor, Jamie Lee, and they will be doing Let It Be.
Okay, but not yet, because we want to learn a little bit more about Hannah. So Hannah, where do you go to school?
Southwestern.
Okay, and,
Am I talking into this now? Or?
yes, you are.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure.
It's okay. Remember, we talked about there's no right or wrong here, because obviously you've seen what I've done already.
Right.
We didn't have to agree with me that fast. Okay, so you go to Southwestern, what grade are you in?
11th.
11th, so you got 2 more years, a year and a half. So what are your plans after a year and a half?
I would like to be some kind of doctor, maybe orthopedic, thinking maybe surgery, so
Oh, so
something
you
along
got
those lines.
inexpensive education, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any plans where you would go to school?
I'm not sure yet, so maybe somewhere in Buffalo, but not positive.
Okay, Buffalo is just blowing up there in the medical corridor, so you got a good chance there. So, well, I don't have to tell you already because I was in education, but to be a doctor, you really got to have good grades and really put the pedal to the metal on that. So
Yeah.
good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're going to sing "Let It Be,"
Mm-hmm.
and Jamie Lee's going to join you. I hear.
Correct.
All right, so we're going to. It's okay. It's okay. She's coming. She's looking at me like you talking to me. We're going to invite Jamie Lee, and she's your instructor. Jamie Lee, come on up here, and you're going to. All right, we need a. Oh, there's your microphone right there. All right. They don't even need me. Okay. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good.
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, how long have you been with Infinity now?
Oh, I think I'm going on 4 years.
4 years?
But I was one of the original 20 years ago. I was one of the founders.
I would not have guessed that you were only 25.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
So you are her instructor, voice
am,
instructor?
yes.
So, all right, now I'm going to ask a tough question because I ask these tough questions all the time. So how did you become a voice instructor?
Well, I actually judge a local competition called Chautauqua's Got Talent.
Yep.
And we found that some of our contestants needed a little extra help. And so we started working with them in a mentoring session. And I go, I love this, and I want to do this. And Infinity had grown so much, and I'd moved back to the area, and I said, I want to go back to Infinity. And so I applied, and they said, okay, you can do it.
All right,
And
so this is where you get to put out your credentials. So what have you done musically?
Musically, well, I'm currently in a band called Uptown Fever. That's what I do locally, and I just do a lot of local musicals and stuff. But really, my foundation came from school and a cappella choir at Jamestown High School. I had Brian Bogey as an instructor, and he's amazing. And he creates this amazing foundation for anyone who's listening, and that's how it really started for me.
Great.
And then the theater aspect of it, have been doing that. I was a junior guilder, so I started there.
Oh, Junior Gilders.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
So
that was me.
you must know my friend Bob Terryberry.
I do. Bob's a great guy.
Yeah,
and I'm really
we're
good friends
close.
with Adam Owens, so
And
we do a lot of theater
Both
together.
of them are going to be on the show in
Imagine that.
2019.
Yeah, they're incredible people. So
Incredible people.
it's going to be a great
so
show
tell
for
me a
you.
little bit about Hannah.
Hannah's an awesome girl, and today she's going to sing, but she actually has this hidden talent of rapping. She's an awesome
Oh, this
rapper.
is the secret you told me.
Actually, no, that's
I
not
don't
the
think we've
secret.
had a rapper on the show before. This could be
No,
a first.
she's not rapping today.
Not rapping today.
Maybe we'll come back next year and do it. But the great thing about Hannah is that she's so creative, and what we do is we explore through music and we try different things, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So
I understand.
We just have a lot of fun together, and it's been such a blessing. That's the best thing about Infinity, I think, as an instructor. You get to meet some of these incredible students. Riley's also my student. You'll hear her later. And
She's smiling. so
yes,
I-
yeah. And actually, all of these kids are really great, and you get to grow from them as much as you hope you can teach.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay. So whenever you're ready, I guess Jeff, we're going to cue things up. So I guess there's a little introduction on the music. So let it be.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Silent night, holy night, there will be an answer, let it be. All is calm, all is bright, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There are words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is silent, let it be.
Wow, beautiful. You can clap. It's okay. we don't have an audience here a lot of times, so that's great. Wow. So who arranged this?
We both did, I guess.
Kind
Yeah.
of like We just kind of play with it
Yeah.
in the lesson room, and
Very,
we start doing it. I'm like,
very,
let's try to
very
mash it
cool.
up, because
Yeah, we wanted Christmas in there.
and this song means a lot to her, because why?
Well, my whole family, especially my mom, we love the Beatles, and Let It Be has been like
What's
one of the
not to
first
like?
songs. I love the Beatles. I've always loved the Beatles, so I knew I wanted to do a Beatles song.
Awesome. You know, my parents used to cry when I sang because I really didn't sing very well. And your mother was over there crying while you were singing, so I'm assuming, I think she did a pretty good job. Okay, tears of joy. Okay, and my father always had a request. Do you ever get requests for songs?
Yeah.
Well, the request that my parents always asked me, because they always asked me if I could sing Far, Far Away. You know, it took me 3 years to figure out what they meant by that.
Oh my gosh.
I used to say, I don't know that song. No, can you sing? Okay, we're going to cut away back to me and Kate while they're redoing the stud here. So it's okay. That was Hannah singing Let It Be. Now, with the music that the students perform here, who actually picks the material?
It's the instructor and the student. You know, it all depends on what that relationship is. Sometimes instructors will have their students pick a song that they really want to, because if you pick something, you're going to be a little more devoted to it and dedicated to it. And other times, you know, instructors have suggestions. So I think it's a mix of both. You know, everybody works together.
Okay, well, I'm sure glad I'm not following Hannah. but that's just me. But I've been told you have 3 more outstanding performers.
Absolutely.
Here. So we have Grace Kohler?
We do have Grace Kohler up next.
Good morning, Grace. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, don't be shy now with that microphone. Get right in there. So where do you go to school?
I go to school at Casadega Valley.
You came in all the way from Casadega this morning?
Well, I live in Stockton, but yeah.
Oh, wowza. Well, thank you for coming all the way to be here. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And do you sing with these guys at all ever?
No.
So
I
you're-
have private lessons.
Okay, all right, good. And how long have you been at Infinity?
For 2 months.
2 months.
Yep.
So she's a newbie.
She's very new.
So why is she here? Why?
Because she just came out of the woodwork and
Uh-huh.
just blew me away. We had a workshop, a vocal workshop, and Grace showed up and performed, and she was terrified, but we had her do it. And she just knocked my socks off. So I schedule a lot of the events, so I've been in close contact with Grace and her mother to have her perform. She's performed twice at Infinity. This is her 3rd performance ever, but she will not disappoint at all.
So her 3rd time on TV.
Her 3rd time ever
No
performing.
pressure
Yep.
whatsoever.
We're throwing her right in there, but she's ready.
So Grace, what is your specialty as far as singing goes? Do you have a particular group that you like or style of music?
Well, I don't really know.
Not yet. Just whatever feels good and you feel like singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what grade are you in? I don't know if I asked.
7th.
You're only in 7th grade? Wow. And only your 3rd appearance, 7th grade, 2 months with Infinity. Maybe we're going to see a little bit more of her over time.
I think you
No,
might.
I'm counting on you that you brought somebody of quality here. So, have you sung at school or church?
I've sang at church once, but
So you would be what we call a shower singer or a closet singer. You just
Yeah.
sing a lot at home? You sing like with the radio or the DVDs or tapes? Or,
Yeah.
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 Okay. Now, I know this seems hard to believe. You want to know my background? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us
No
all about it.
pressure. No, I'm just going to tell you how I started in music. You may not. When I was 10 years old, we got a choir master from Croatia at our church up in Buffalo, and they had open auditions for choir boys. 10 years old, right? So I decided I was going to go to, do this audition, and I was so nervous. I stunk. I failed the audition. And I knew I could sing because I was like you. I sang at home and I could sing really quite well. And so all the other guys got in and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. It was like the in thing to be is in the boys' choir. Well, I went for a second audition because I got the nerves out, passed. Ended up being the choir leader, sang first soprano, then second soprano, then alto, then alto. My voice changed over time. But that was a huge foundation for me musically, because people say to me all the time, and Jamie, maybe you can relate to this, is how do you learn how to sing harmony? It's not like one of those things that just drops out of the air, right? But learning to sing in a church choir really helped, because here you got all these other parts singing and you got to hold your mind there. All right, enough on that. So what are you going to sing for us today?
Mary, did you know?
Okay. And Jeff, are we ready? I just want to make sure we're queued up here right. Okay, are you going to stand up and sing then? Or are you going to sit and sing? It's up to you.
Stand up.
Okay, and they agree. So why don't you just hand that to Hannah, and you go ahead and get your music stand a little closer to wherever you want.
Do you need it raised up a little bit?
Yeah. Okay, you're wired up, so be careful. She's like this little pixie here, but she's going to have that.
I brought like the hardest music stand to bring up.
Okay, and we're going to need to push that forward so the microphone's closer. Okay, well, while they're doing that, I'll just welcome everybody to the show today, and thanks for tuning in. And these are singers from the Infinity Performing Arts, and right now we're going to be hearing from Grace Kohler. Grace, is that high enough for you? The microphone?
Is she on the right mic?
Yeah, she's on the
Okay.
correct mic. Okay, they'll turn it up. All right, so let's cue up the music and let's hear. Is that where you want the music? Okay. Because I always have like over here, but everybody's different. Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy is come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nations? Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect Lamb? The sleeping child you're holding is a great I am.
Let's hear it. Wow.
what I tell ya.
You were holding back on me. You see, I don't know if you saw it on the monitor, that little smile she gave me on that last note. Like, nailed it. You know, that was a very interesting song to listen to because I could hear your little runs in there with your voice. And you started out so quiet, so meek. And then you started belting it out there. Like, all right. That's pretty gutsy to get up there and sing that song. That's not an easy song to sing, I don't think. What do you think?
It's not very
Jamie
hard.
Lee, I think that's a little
Very
tricky.
easy.
Yeah.
Very challenging.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So it looks like you've got a bright future singing. So will we see you on The Voice? So, who knows? So, okay. So let's get back to Katie and me here for a bit, and we'll let you set up the guitar and stuff like that. So if people are interested, they're listening right now, students or family members, so how do they get involved with Infinity?
Lots of different ways. We try to be as accessible to the public as we can. So we have a Facebook page. You can always message us and we can give you the information on how to be involved. You can stop in. We're located on 301 East 2nd Street in Jamestown, right across from JHS. You can give us a call at 716-664-0991. We have a website, www.infinityperformingarts.org.
And where are you physically located? I think a lot of people still think maybe you're still across from the Red, but you're
Right.
not.
Nope. We moved about maybe 4 years ago. We are right across the street from Jamestown High School in the Lynn Building.
Okay.
Right
So
on
the
the
old
first
post
floor.
office
Yes,
building,
the
right?
old post office.
Okay, and I've been there. I've actually performed there, and it's quite a place.
It's a lot of fun in there.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since we were there.
Yeah.
And so, all right. So now the question that I want to make sure everybody knows is that there's a cost involved, and this is important because this stuff isn't free. I mean, to get quality, you got to pay for quality. So
Right.
what does it cost? How much does it cost?
So starting out, there's a annual $20 registration fee that you pay once per program year. Program year runs October through August. We take September off. Monthly lessons are $60 a month. And that includes your half-hour weekly private lesson. Plus, we have all of those group classes, and those are included in that $60 membership fee. So you can take your private lesson and all of those group classes for $60, and we also offer scholarships. So really, finances aren't really an issue at Infinity because we try to help everybody, and everybody deserves to be able to come to Infinity. So we try to make it affordable for everybody.
Okay, now let's just say there is somebody that says, man, I just don't have the money. Money's tight right now. There are scholarships?
There are scholarships, yep. So we have grants that provide scholarship funding for us.
Okay.
So
So there should be a way to get everybody in.
absolutely, yes.
Okay.
And that's our goal, to be accessible to everybody. It's such a positive outlet for people that it shouldn't be something that people aren't able to do because of finances.
Okay. All right. So we've heard from Hannah. We've heard from Grace. Now my man, Cal, the guitar man. Good morning, Cal, and welcome back to the show. You look like you've grown about 6 inches since the last time I saw you.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm still short. So.
Okay. So, Cal, where do you go to school?
I go to Southwestern.
So you are with Hannah at the same
Yeah.
school? What grade are you?
I'm in 10th.
10th, so just a year behind.
Right.
And how long have you been with Infinity? It's been a while now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been in with Infinity for almost 8 years now, and it's been going
8
great.
years?
Been going great.
Yeah. I actually saw you on a video, I believe, that was on Facebook last year, I think it was. I forgot you were performing with some other folks, some other guys in a group, maybe? I forgot what.
Probably.
Yeah, it looked like you were just having a great time.
I was
Do you prefer to play solo or in a band?
solo, kind of. Like I don't want to sound greedy, but yeah.
you like this? You were like that last year, so you're about the same where you want to be. I enjoy both, to tell you the truth. I perform solo, and then I play in a duo, and I played in large bands.
Right.
So, but it just depends. Solo real smart. Did you get that from my family? Oh, geez. God deal these guys. Anyways, so how long have you been playing guitar?
This is gonna be I believe my 4th year.
Now, who's your instructor?
Kyle Gustafson.
Oh, Kyle. Hey, I I did not know he was a brass guy.
He's primarily a
brass.
brass guy.
Yeah, all these years he was just like this cool rock and roll guitar guy, and then I see him on stage last year because I was part of that Home for the Holidays concert, and he's out there playing trombone or something. And I go, Kyle, where did this come from? He goes, that's my main instrument.
Yeah.
Wow.
He plays the trumpet. Yeah, that's
Does he
his.
play trombone?
Yep. I don't know about trombone,
Oh,
but
trumpet must be-
trumpet for
I
sure.
don't
His brass instrument.
He was on the other side of the stage. All I know is they were wailing with those guys, and they were having a great time. So very cool. So, ladies that you've performed so far, Grace and Hannah, you sing, but you don't play an instrument.
I am right now teaching myself how to play ukulele.
That's what you were telling me, ukulele or ukulele. And Grace, you play it?
For band, I play clarinet. So.
All right, so you can't sing and play clarinet, so that's not a joke. Do you ever, Hannah, do you ever perform with your ukulele?
So I haven't yet, but I have 2 songs that I'm already ready for my next
Okay, so
performance.
you're getting there. Now, it's just not just because I'm a guitarist, but to be a guitarist and sing is no small matter. I mean, I remember how hard it was just to find the chords. Am I right?
Yeah.
And you're not doing a simple song either. And I know the song you're going to do, and there's a lot of chords in this song. So why don't you tell us about the song and what you're going to do, and we'll go right to it.
So I have done Hallelujah for the past couple years now, but it was like the original Hallelujah version. But my grandmother, she likes the Christmas version a lot.
Okay.
So she looked at me one day and said, "Kale, I really want you to do the Christmas version Hallelujah."
Or else?
There was no or else.
No Christmas for you.
That was one reason. But I wanted a Christmas because I'm getting a new guitar. So.
There you go. There you go. That's always a good incentive, is a new
Right.
guitar. You can never have enough guitars, you know.
I have. I'm giving one away to my cousin, but
As you
I
should.
would have 5 if I didn't.
Okay, very good. We won't go there with me. You have to count mandolins and everything else. So.
Right.
It's sort of like addiction is music, and it's a really good addiction.
Right.
All right, so you're going to do Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, but the Christmas version.
Right.
This is for Grandma.
This is for Grandma.
All right, so why don't you hand over the mic to whomever you want to hang it. Okay, okay, Riley. All right, so whenever you're ready, because you're doing this totally just you. Yes. Okay, so they'll let me know. Sound-wise, we're good? Okay, go for it.
Heard about this baby boy who's come to earth to bring us joy, and I just wanna sing this song to you. Well, it goes like this: the fourth and the fifth and the minor fall and the major lift, the barefoot king composing hallelujah. God's only son was born, oh hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. The shepherds left their flocks day and die for me and you. My sins would drive their nails in you, and that rugged cross is my cross too. Still every breath you drew was hallelujah.
Wow. Having known that song and played that song, I really enjoyed some of the inflections that you did on your voice that's not in the original, and that's really cool. And I was asking you guys if you ever heard the original Leonard Cohen version, and he before he passed away, I believe he gargled with glass. He goes, "He's got this real scratchy voice, hallelujah," like that. It was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I heard it in Shrek, that version, and then Pentatonics and all those others. That was wonderful, Cal. You did a great job. Who's your singing? Steve
Davis.
Steve Davis. Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, nice. All right. So we got 3 down, and Riley has been sitting here smiling at me the whole time. I don't know if it's my hat or if I'm that funny, but she's been very patient. So I don't want to take any more time between you and me, Kate, right now. I want to make sure that we have time for Riley. So he's going to move that mic for you in a second. So Riley, welcome to the show.
Hi.
You look very, very festive in your dress today.
Thank you.
Okay. And where do you go to school?
I go to Jefferson Middle School.
So you're from Jamestown.
Yep.
And what grade?
7th.
7th grade. So, all right, 2 7th graders. All right. All right. So how long have you been involved with Infinity?
About 7 years.
What? 7 years, and you're in 7th grade?
Yeah.
We get to watch these kids grow up.
My God.
So
Well, you know Brayley. I've known Brayley since he was like 6 years or so. Brayley, and we have a picture where him and I are playing mandolin together. I think it is somewhere. Well, anyways, so you've been with 7 years, and who's your instructor over there?
My piano instructor is Steve Davis, and my vocal instructor is Jamie Lee.
Wow, you got 2 really good instructors. They're all good, but I mean, I
Yeah.
happen to know those 2. And your piano player, he's really a cool piano player. I've seen him on stage. He's really, really good. Okay, so what kind of music do you like to sing most of the time?
I don't know.
Don't know. You just enjoy music in general then?
Yeah.
Now, I forgot to ask everybody, so we'll just kind of go down the line. And I'll come back to you. Hannah, are you a soprano, alto? What are you? Soprano. And Grace? Soprano, 2 sopranos. Tenor. Soprano. So you guys are all singing much higher than me. So I could harmonize with them just by talking, right? Okay. So, and you've been singing all those 7 years? And piano all those 7 years?
I started piano about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I think.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So, yeah. So how long ago? 2 years ago, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So what song are you going to sing for us today?
Let It Snow.
Let It Snow?
Yeah.
Okay. When she said it earlier, I thought she says, let us know. And I thought, well, all right, but I don't know what you're going to say. Oh, let us know. All right. So why don't you give Kale the mic, and you go ahead and get up to your microphone, because I guess you're going to stand and sing. Yep. And you're going to hold it, I guess. Jamie, are you joining her or no? No, she's going to go all by her lonesome now. Okay. So, Jeff, whenever you're ready, let it snow.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping.
and I brought some corn for popping. The lights will turn away down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Wow. Whew. Now, each of you kind of had this burst of energy in the song, and I have an earpiece in my ear. Yeah, whoa, wowza. Okay, well, believe it or not, we're down to a couple of minutes left of the show. So I'm going to start with Riley, and let's work the mic this way. So Riley, I just want you to look at the camera or whatever you want, and just if you want to share real quick why somebody would want to go to Infinity in your mind.
I think that somebody would want to go to Infinity because after being there for a while, like the experience that I have, I mean, it's like I know the people there, you know, and you get to really know people and just...
It's like family after a while.
Yeah,
right?
you get comfortable around there, and it's just like people support you a lot.
Okay, let's hear from Kale. We'll write it down the line.
The reason why I think people should go to Infinity is because after going there for almost 8 years, like you build a relationship with your instructors and with the people around you. And before I went, I wasn't noticed by music, but now that I'm going and performing, then now I'm noticed around the whole Jamestown area.
Good for you. Okay, let's move right over to Grace.
Well,
You're a short timer, so
yeah, but they have really good people there, and they've made me really happy and comfortable
that's
there.
important. Yeah.
And I feel like they're family to me too. So.
Okay, and finally, Hannah.
I would say that the bond you create with your instructor is very tight. It doesn't take that long to get very close with them, and it really just brings you out of your comfort zone, but in a good way. So I used to be very shy, but I started performing a couple years ago, and now, the nerves are gone. It just really helps you. Even talking to people, it's really helped.
Well, I want to thank all four of you for being here today, and I wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Kate, you get the last 12 seconds.
I don't think I can add anything. These kids are amazing, and I just love working with them, with all of them. So.
And each one was a nice little surprise package, each one of them.
Absolutely.
I kept listening very intently, and I was like, wow, where'd that come from? Well, I guess we're just about out of time, so I do want to thank Kate Rinko and everybody from Infinity, all the parents that came to here today that brought the kids down, because they can't do it without you. So that's a wrap, and we want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, and we're going to be back here next week for our resolutions and predictions with the crew that we do every single year. We try to predict if there's going to be so much snow or whatever it is, and so we had a lot of fun. And again, have a great holiday, everybody, and thanks again, folks, for coming by and sharing your skills in your art. We come back next year?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, let's do it again. All right, so thank you, everyone. So stay right there, because we're going to...